LGD to take the victory in that one. And I feel like this one could be difficult for RNG, especially this laning stage. I just don't see how they can come out on top. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I nearly played the MVP video again by accident. Noob caster. Yeah, Monet.
I think they're going to say that anyway, so don't worry, Gary.
True, true. Spitting fact. Old 11 and FY up top on the Centaur and the Dark Willow. Maybe mid on the T8. X-Nova with Chalice, Lich, and Slark. Flywind Pango going to be pairing up with the September Rubik. Setsu Shadow Fiend, Monet Dragon Knight. And so for now, not showing what lanes they're going to be going on. Super Ogre's wandering around as well. Top outpost grabbed up by LGD. So it seems like RNG are kind of unsure about what they're doing. Or they're trying to maybe mind game LGD into seeing something that they're not meant to see. Oh, looks like the odds back into favouring LGD. Over on GGBet, 1.45 for them, 2.63 return for RNG.
Whoever is making those odds is pretty much like the analytical casters when we were on the desk. You know, one team wins, then the other team is gonna lose because they just lost the game, and
it's like an oracle. Well, what? Oh God, what was his name? Nostradamus. We need a Dota 2 Nostradamus, predicting everything. Write a little book. Oh, Bloodlust straight away on the Shadow Fiend mid. Observer wards doubled in the mid lane for the TA, so tons of vision for the Templar Assassin here against Setsu's Shadow Fiend. Bottom lane, yeah, it does pan out as expected. Lich Slark up against the Pango Rubik. Ogre comes top. But Dark Willow plus Centaur. I mean, yes, you've got Ogre DK. Yes, you're tanky. But you're just gonna lose the kind of regen harass battle, it feels like. Let's see what Super can do.
Centaur's not going for Ring of Tarask. Interesting. It's one of the better items you can get early on. That extra HP regen plus HP, of course, is so crucial. If you're playing against these two melee heroes, he should definitely buy it. Oh, Courier gonna get sniped.
There it is.
The easy 150 for the team.
Does take a lot of damage in return, though. FY gets a couple of whacks to the back of the head from Super. Setsu mid, buying out some more mangoes, keep the razors going, trying to kind of rush into that bottle as quickly as possible, but still keeping the laning presence against the Templar Assassin. Fake pumping razors to force refraction as well. TA doesn't want to get hit by the triple razors, even if they are just level 1. Seems like it's maybe not a difficult lane, but it's awkward for FY. You know, you've got to keep at arm's reach away from Super's Ogre. Headdress up on the Ogre and Dragon Blood on the DK. I said maybe they lose the regen battle here, but I think I might be wrong until that the rings come out for old 11.
11 is getting close. He can buy Ring of Tarask if he wants, but has Ring of Health queued up. Bottom lane, a lot of harassment from Lich. Man, Frost Blast is such an imbalanced spell. Even though it got nerfed in terms of mana cost.
7-second cooldown. Very good. And Slark with a pounce. Nice disarm by Flywind, though. Means Chalice can't rack up the Essence Shift stacks as easily as he would
FY
like.
might get another courier on the top lane. Nah.
Super says no, not today. Fire Blast to shut down that idea. FY.
Bottle Rush for mid laners is not that efficient anymore since we don't have a 2-minute rune spawning.
Yeah. I guess that's why the SF also, you know, going for extra mangoes, extra bit of regen here and there. What's the CS? 15-6 against TA 7-0. So really shutting out maybe in this early stage. And again, just, you know, Setsu fake pumping out these razors, waiting until refraction is down and then expending his little mana pool.
This matchup was always TA favored. Like, counterpicking Shadowfiend with TA, then dumpstering him in the lane.
Yeah.
Now it's a different kind of a story.
Yeah, Mango's honestly changed so many of these mid lane matchups. And I guess it was just a normal discovery, but I remember when the turbo mode came out, I was talking to a number of people, because I play a lot of turbo games, and spamming mangoes and regen is how you win those games. And I thought that maybe with, the new couriers being added, we'd see that kind of meta shift, and we did. Lina against TA, SF against TA, or SF just in general, having mangoes and salves. Because you stay in lane. You keep yourself in that laning stage, keep that XP going.
They need to secure that rune for Shadowfin.
That's why we've got
Super
6 heroes
is
mid.
there, but he's not gonna grab it if it's not bottom.
I mean,
Like
September's
6 heroes,
fighting
yeah.
X-Nova, Maybe's fighting Setsu, FY's fighting Super. There's literally 6 heroes mid. It's 3v3 at 4 minutes. So regen for FY, still sitting pretty at a decent amount of HP and mana. But Templar Assassin, let's look at net worth. How far are we? 1,200 against the 1,500. Only 300 difference. So it's not atrocious here from Maybe, but being left alone while the tri lane of RNG sticks around means First Blood does get spilled.
Well, they stayed. Something that you don't expect, and I don't see an observer board. Okay, he has one on the high ground, which is about to expire, so he should have seen Rubik.
Actually, TA had 2 observer wards. There's one kind of deeper near the Dire medium camp, and the one that she has on her ramp as well. Setsu. Where do we head into for this Shadow Fiend? Is it that kind of Treads Shadowblade build? What would you like to see from the SF? Because with a Flash Farmer, you can theoretically go for any kind of acceleration item. Or
mix damage, magical, and physical. He has Ogre, so he might need to go for more like right-click oriented build.
DK is going to be your kind of frontliner, tanky hero as they lift up TA, but nice Bramble Maze shuts down the advance of RNG, and this tri lane with Ogre and Rubik looking to try and tilt the maybe Templar Assassin. Not accomplishing their goals this time around. And Old 11 top actually taking a bit of a beating here from Monet. Does have those retaliate stacks still saved up. And he's got the full Vanguard. Is he buying another
Still
ring?
being harassed. Going for Hood.
Fair enough. Monet just gives him the Dragon Tail. These guys got Soul Ring, so why not? Now Bramble Maze with a Cursed Crown. Monet. It looks like he'll be dropping here. The stun will come through. Just a couple more hits from the Centaur, but the Ogre rotation with the Fire Blast and Old 11 on the tower. He does get the aggro off him, so no deaths. But Dragon Knight is going to be pretty happy just to regen up with, Branch Tango.
He's hitting at 28 per second once he eats a tango.
Not bad, hey? 11.6 on the Centaur. Definitely a more rough time there for Old 11. So CS-wise, Slark 40 and 13. Cruising up at the top. Shadow Fiend DK not too far behind. It's pretty even Stevens, honestly. 0 to 1. No real net worth difference between the two squads. But a rotation top from X-Nova and FY looking for Super. Throw down the Bramble Maze, look for Old 11's initiation, and their Frost Shield. It's going to catch out the Ogre, but the turnaround from Monet in September, potential threat onto Old 11 means that he's worried and he's bailing away from this one, ditching the fight. And again, we have this head-to-head clash where a Courier is the only casualty. FY loses the little ghost lady, and Setsu rotating in from mid up to top. It's a long walk, and with no stuns, no catch, they are unable to make anything of it. So immediate TP back to mid.
Everyone is way too tanky to get a kill. You can't kill a Centaur. Dragonite also is not gonna die, especially with the Dragon form on. We didn't talk about Slark. He's the biggest winner of this. Completely free farms on the bottom lane. Just one Braid Band going straight into that Diffusal Blade.
He's got way less net worth than the SF or the DK, though, as we switch over to that. Even though, yeah, he's got 50 and 14. DK is ahead of him, and I guess that's down to buying regen, right? Chalice buying salves, tangos, mangoes, whatever it may be, whereas DK buys Soul Ring, keeps the Soul Ring, and keeps sustaining with Dragon Blood.
What about SF then? He bought like 6 mangoes at least already.
I guess that's just at the start. He's got a bottle now. He can keep refilling that. And he's still got one of his mangoes. And a Fairy Fire. I like to see that. Left on the TA. Does have a trap up on the high ground. Maybe just walks it off. Ogre scouting out X-Nova and FY's rotation in as well. Setsu going high ground. Bramble Maze with the chain stuns. They've got no save, but X-Nova just trying to follow through on this. The Fairy Fire, the bottle charges, buys time for Setsu to retreat. The Frost Shield from the TA is Pango rolling around. I don't know where he's headed to. Flywind's bouncing all over the place, but they get a double kill on Setsu's SF. And LGD down 3 kills now as RNG, the quad lane mid, no longer a tri-lane to defend the Shadow Fiend, but all 4 heroes minus DK top.
Even with that atrocious ulti from Pangolier, they still managed to get a double kill. Surprised that TA didn't fully commit on killing the Shadow Fiend. She understood that there's going to be some kind of rotation, and they have no vision uphill, but she needed 1 extra hit to finish him off.
Yeah, could have maybe had it. That's that hesitation. Maybe didn't think it was worth committing for it. Old 11. Here come the stuns, and here comes the Shadow Fiend. How many raises have we got? Just the 1 required, and that Frost Shield too little, too late, sadly, from X-Nova. 4-0. Slight net worth lead to RNG, but it just feels comfortable from them. It feels like LGD are kind of scrambling, you know, looking for anything, any scraps that they can find. And they're trying to get Flywind. I don't know if that's a scrap that they really wanted to take, as he swashbuckles out, and Chalice now kind of locked in behind the tier 1 bottom. But he's in the trees and healing up. Perfectly fine.
Radiant controlling both of the outposts, so no XP for RNG.
Top lane, yet again, onto this old 11 Centaur, Requiem, even being expended there to absolutely secure the kill. Setsu's Shadow Fiend really off to a cracking start. Full drums complete on top of treads. 5k net worth on both him and the DK.
I think the build on Shadow Fiend this game is drums into BKB. Talked about the physical damage build, that he gets extra value from Bloodlust.
Maybe a kill here from LGD at long last. And get the leash onto the Rubik, and 1 bonus Essence Shift permanent stack for Slark. So they can't really pressure that tier 1 tower. The catapult wave will come, but it's going to take a while to clear out the enemy wave. And while top lane is already being dumpstered down to about half HP, if not fully dead. Catching Lich with a Dragon Tail. Chain stunned and killed. Yeah, it's going to be a Lich plus a tower.
That's going to get Dragonite closer to his Shadow Blade, and then they can start playing aggressive. On the side lanes with the Pangolier, there's a ton of kill potential. Same goes for Shadowfin.
Maybe now starting to pick it up a little bit. Double Wraithband treads, Blink Dagger queued. TA needs to spend some real solid time in the jungle just farming to try and hit her timing. Pangolier yet again, Flywin. Really does like this kind of Vlad's rush on Pango. I guess he went for treads this time around. In a previous game he went straight Vlad's, then back into boots. FY under tower. They know that someone's here as the smoke pops. Swashbuckle. Going for that Rolling Thunder, stops out the Cursed Crown, and yeah, should be able to connect here at least once into that Shadow Realm. Back onto the TA as they focus onto the tower. Centaur, Stampede, he does walk into this one, but a 2-man stomp is beautifully done, and the fear onto the Rubik SF. Monet tries to get into the battle, but Flywin bail away with a swashbuckle. Now, does RNG stick around for the tower, or do they think that LGD, the fact they've brought so many numbers here, means it's time to ditch away from mid lane?
Dragonite does not have ulti, so they will try to get a pick off before. He also revealed his Shadow Blade, bought the amulet before, so they knew which item he's going for. Man, Super needs levels. He's level 5, only 1 point in Bloodlust at the moment.
Where's Rubik at? Windlace headdress. Swinging down to bottom with that Ogre and DK you're mentioning.
It's a free tower for them. Or is it? They just glyphed.
They can't be defending this, can they? Oh, they're smoking. Chalice X Nova. Smoke pop.
Lich is still level 5. I don't think they can take this fight.
SF spotted. Yeah, no Chain Frost means it's pretty damn difficult. Tower drops, and TA just sits mid, Centaur sits top, so they do get a trade, at least tier 1 top falls But kind of a weird smoke there from LGD. It felt like they were making a move. They do prep for mid. Dragon Knight Shadow bladed up, and he's going to go on to maybe. Gets the Dragon Tail forward. Swashbuckle to burn the Refraction, and a Requiem from the Shadow Fiend opens up an X-Nova kill. The Lich down and out. Maybe he's got himself Refraction and Meld, but it looks like the damage over time should be... Oh, nice blink! That was so close. Refraction burnt like pretty much as he blinked away. The fear from the Dark Willow sends RNG back, but Tier 1 tower looks like it's pretty much theirs to claim. Slark and Centaur stun on to Old 11 means no stomp, and he's being right-clicked down, but the Stampede forward, chasing Flyman, Pounce and Leash, catch him out. Double Edge, not enough damage, and the raises from Setsu set up another kill. Monet on a spree, and a regen rune here will allow them to surely shove this Tier 1.
Flywin needs to step up. He's missing so many of those rolls. He only connects once, if even once. And it's in the river, so he should be able to get multiple bounces off.
There we have it. Finally down that Tier 1 tower. What if X-Nova never hits level 6 this game?
Like, never ever?
Yeah.
He's just gonna be level 5 then, I don't know.
Level 5 forever. I mean, it's 15 minutes in. We saw, game 1. It's pretty much done and dusted by then. 4 bounty runes for RNG. That's a good signal. Wait, Flywin? Okay, never mind. My minimap was bugged. I was like, wait, how have you walked past the bounty rune without taking it? I'll get both of them up there.
Nether
Tons
Soul
of money.
picked up.
I mean, what is that?
Still keeping it.
4 times 7.
What?
How much money is the 4 bounty runes? What's 280 times 5?
70 each. They picked up 4.
Yeah.
280, but it's
1,000,
1,100.
300. No, it must be more.
I'm using.
What's 5 times? What's 5 times 8? 40.
Times,
So it's 1,400.
Oh, it's 70 times 5. I was counting.
1.4k.
350 times 4. It's 1,400. I got it in the end.
Oh, you're so good. X-Nova drops top, but he's level 6. He's got Philosopher's Stone. Falafel Stone. There we go. Chalice going to try and get himself out of danger with a Dark Pact, and Shadow Dance even required to run away. Dear Lord.
I mean, Splinter's having all the free farm in the world, but you, at least in the laning stage, but you did not feel his presence at all.
They're going to be feeling the presence of the Dark Lord soon. Shadow Fiend very close to BKB. Old 11 TP. Nice little hole in the trees. No way to catch him. No way to get that vision. RNG for sure in the driving seat right now. Halberd is all but done. They've got Vlad's on Flywin, and what's coming out to him? Yeah,
Talking
Hood.
about timings, Heaven's Halberd, BKB on Shadowfin, plus 4 points in Lucky Shot, which means that there's gonna be a lot of disarm.
Hey, good luck TA pre-BKB. Majority of the way now to Desolator on TA. Slark with Diffusal Blade working on Shadow Blade. This Setsu SF, and the fact they tri-lane and quad-laned mid really has given them a great start, shutting down TA but also ramping up the Shadow Fiend. And playing into the Radiant jungle and hunting kills. Centaur, not really the ideal target.
Every single time you kill TA, it feels like she suffers way more than other heroes because of the way that she can flash farm.
Yeah, kind of similar to SF as well, right? Having to rebuild souls, but 5-0-3 on Setsu, not having died yet. Obviously a very good indicator. Oh, if maybe shows on this wave, he is absolutely screwed. It's a big wave, it is so tempting, it's juicy. September drops top. Okay, TA blinks away. Sees the Shadow Fiend coming, and there was no jump just there from Flywin. Mid tier 1 being eyed up by old 11. And the tier 2 bottom is already gone though. Very, very fast glyph there for top and for mid. Pango rolling forward. Forces out the Stampede from old
we've
11.
seen that before.
He's going to be able to connect once with the Dark Willow at the very least. Monet, I don't think Monet cares about being stunned, you know, but I think Flywin does. They do pop the Dragon Form and the Chain Frost bounces. Flywin is down at long last as Rubik. What are we going to steal? What are we going to get? Nothing just yet. September falls back to the high ground with Setsu. And with this Dragon Form, I wondered, like, do you try Roshan? What do you do? Push tier 2?
They can't. There's no Pangolier. I already told him once, dude. God, just kidding. You know, but he needs to be using that Rolling Thunder much efficient.
Yeah, it's
so
been a
there's
bit
no
sloppy.
Dragon Form in the next couple of seconds. So this is the timing that LGD. Do they have a Deso? Yeah, they do. It's just finished on T8. They might rush into Roche Pit.
They've got Blink on Centaur as well, if they want to pick that up now. It feels like they're trying to get this BKB on Slark a little faster, though. Another 1,000 gold or so until he's got it done. A tier 2 would be nice. The tier 1 would be nice. They need just a little more gold in their pockets. Lich gets spotted out. Very deep Dire Observer ward. And this allows Monet just to clear out several waves bottom. As bounty runes getting gathered up, and you're right, Somnus is in the pit. Roshan half health already. And no contest here from RNG. They're just completely giving up the Roche.
They can't take a fight without the Dragon Form.
Shadow Fiend going Manta style now after BKB. That's a good way to Stampede top. Yeah, Rolling Thunder again, but nice blink from old 11. Gets into the trees and TP's home. They're looking for the Slark, but Shadow Dance. Diffusal Blade to slow down Super. A chase not really able to continue.
You talked about Manta style on Shadowfin. He might still switch it. I'm not a big fan on Manta on this hero in general, but in this situation where he can dispel the meld, dispel Deso, and Curse Crown after the BKB is gone, it's very important.
Or even like if you put Curse Crown on the SF and he's like, I don't want a BKB for this, he can just Manta it and make sure that he doesn't have to waste a BKB charge. Top lane, pressure from RNG. DK Shadowblades away. He's got 2,500 health. I don't think he's too worried about much coming his way. But a weird period of the game now. This, Aegis TA, yes, she's powerful. The fear there onto the two tanky boys, but TP in from Setsu. Raise, right clicks, down goes the Aegis. Blink Dagger ready from the TA, but the Requiem, they get the lift regardless. The Requiem didn't quite connect, but that's the death of Maybe's Templar Assassin, completely alone in the mid lane with no one to help her out.
He's pinging out the ward that does not exist, or he wants to have a ward at that cliff so that he sees rotation while he's sieging a tier 1 tower on the mid. It's a lot of pings. LGD, man, they called the first game in 14 minutes, and this is not looking good now. President's Aura affects buildings from Shadowfin plus a Dragonite. That's a ton of damage.
Yeah, tier 3 gone. 22 minutes in, the lane of Barracks looking like it's about to tumble as well. Centaur, where are you? You're split pushing bottom, now you return to come and fight mid. Templar Assassin, 10 seconds until she's back, so they claim the tier 3, the melee barracks, and they run the hell away. Nothing else to be really gained here. Go
Maybe
back and
he's
farm.
not having a game. 1-3-0. He just lost the Aegis, which shuts him down completely. The Aegis would be up and running for 2.5 minutes.
It's my fault. I praised him. I said at the end of the draft, because of his TA performance in Game 2, I was liking LGD's draft, but, RNG puts so much pressure on him mid. It's down to some pretty good plays and maneuvers from both Ogre and Rubik. I think they've tilted maybe off the face of the map, honestly. Assault Cuirass. Very close for Monet. Even more minus armor and even more ability to take down objectives, buildings. God, Lacoste, TA lineups are so reliant on Roshan. Not having that Aegis, not having the ability to go for Roshan now is such a massive problem for them. Stampede, BKB Slark. X-Nova's died as Chalice TP's out of there.
Needs to use 2 ultis and a BKB to get Slark back to safety.
Yeah.
And now they know. No Stampede, no Slark. It's BKB, no Shadow Dance. Lich forced to use a buyback.
Vampire Fangs on SF. We'd love to see that. With a regen rune as well. They get the fear. No, they don't. The BKB is there in time. Setsu with a Requiem in onto the Centaur. And that old 11 big bad boy is dead for 50 seconds. Even with a glyph here, RNG not going to back up. Their creep wave middle has reached the high ground, so they can very, very swiftly, even with the Frost Shield up, take down the objectives they need. A new creep wave arrives, so a second set of barracks open up as RNG take every opportunity they can get.
And that's it. Seems like the game is not... This game's done.
It looks like it. There's nothing that LGD are actually even trying to do. FY, you have Bedlam, but no real way to get into the fight. And look at Chalice is not even in there, and he takes 80% of his HP just from spill damage of like razors and stuff. And yeah, good game is called. It's over. RNG with a 2-1 victory over LGD here. Final Rolling Thunder, a final kill on a Centaur, chasing down the Slark into the base, into the fountain. But it ends like that. 4-14 with a 25-minute victory. RNG, yes, they dropped game 2, but